As you view this video, notice how the teacher plans multiple during lesson assessments as well as an end of lesson assessment aligned to the lesson objective. Look for evidence that demonstrates she will be ready to adjust instruction at the sub-objective level if students are not meeting the learning goals.
They learned the skill before, but I hadn't broken it down as much as I should have based on my data. So I decided to break it down into 2 separate parts. So what the kids are going to be doing is individually practicing the hook. So they're going to hook, unhook, hook, unhook. So that's one simple task. And then we're going to practice that as a whole group. And when I've identified that we all can accomplish that task, we're going to move on to adding hook kickstand at the same time, meshing those 2 together. So that portion is going to be whole class practice. Most of my kids are okay with tactile aid. So usually that's what I'll do. If I tell them verbally and if I show them and they're still not really getting it, then I'll go over them with them. I'll go over with them privately and kind of assist them in that way. Or I'll make sort of what's the word? I'll make connections with something that they're familiar with. So like naming things after animals is something that they get used to.
Hence the name, the cheetah pose.
The cheetah pose.
All right. So we move from cheetah pose to
kick switch.
Kick switch.
Kick switch, yes.
And the same sort of model, and they do. We're going to gradual release that.
Yes. So first they're going to be reviewing each of these. Towards the end, especially for kick switch, I have them doing partner quizzes, so like partner pop quiz. So they're going to be going with a partner for that point, and they're going to be checking the kick switch to make sure that they have the correct indicators. And if they do, then they go back to square one, and they're going to be responsible for checking each other on all of the indicators.
And as you point to this, is this something that the students will have to access for those indicators you're talking about?
Yes.
So they'll be using kind of this rubric to make sure that those
like check it off
are there?
Type of manner, yes. And then at the end of class, they also have an individual assessment where they're just going to be writing down all 4 steps of the skill on a note card for me, so I can double check their individual understanding. Gotcha.
All right. And so you talked to me about what the layout of the lesson looks like, and and what I heard you say at the beginning was that then once we get to those 3 components being kind of solidified, then we're looking, can you put them together? Can you synthesize them? And then can you repeat it? Is that what you're looking for as well?
Because my objective is identify and demonstrate. I want them to demonstrate it always, but it's really important for me that they can talk about dance and that they can write it as well.
This teacher scored a 3 in real-time assessments because she had planned multiple assessments that will elicit student understanding at the sub-objective level. She articulated ways to adjust instruction if the students are not showing progress toward the objectives of the lesson. Finally, she designed an end-of-lesson assessment that will allow students to show growth or mastery of the lesson objective and inform her teaching on the next lesson. Professional reflection question. What are some strategies that could be employed to plan for real-time assessments in order to adjust instruction for subgroups of learners?